Start. Petrie's his man.
Looks like Hill too, Dwayno's trying to go to Harvey to get shake the tag of Rawlings as well.
So we'll watch that merry-go-round with interest. We're underway. Sandlands wins the opening palm down on Monday. Back into the team, wins it with a handball to Pavlich. Ballantyne floats it wide. Clark, who we spoke of in the intro, so important to them now. He keeps it low. Good pass, Johnson. Took 8 seconds.
A good start, really nice hands out of the centre bounce. Mundy and Pavlich getting involved. Really, really nice. Got it out wide and a beautiful kick to Johnson.
Also having a good season, Michael Johnson. Life back on track. And this would be the perfect start for the Dockers. Try and silence the crowd early.
Well, I think that's a win for Fremantle. If Stephen Hill goes to Harvey and Rawlings doesn't continue with that tag, that just opens them up. And Ballantyne here, just the space that they got here. Zach Clark, Sandilands is just out of screen on the left-hand side. He didn't see him, but, gee, that was so easy into the centre corridor. Lockie Hansen just lost Johnson in the flow. Need to be better than on that stage. You have to go with your man until you know you're going to get some help in front.
Yeah, I agree with you on the Hill thing. Hill was absolutely running flat out on Harvey, and Harvey didn't want to go with him. So they really need to sort that out quickly, even though Hill didn't get involved in the play.
Sandlands with the palm. This time a steal for Swallow. North Melbourne inside 50 for the first time. Petrie attacks it, spins, just gets a kick away, but it's the catching of the kick that didn't travel any distance. Swallow, the second effort, superb. Tries to get it to Rawlings. A rare chance at goal, and he sneaks it through. First of the year for Brady Rawlings.
I'm not sure who Rawlings was on there, but he's in that sort of three-way with Harvey and Hill. So he really got off the chain there. Great effort from Swallow to release himself from the centre bounce and run forward. Probably fumbled. It looks like Silvani's in a little bit of trouble there. Not sure how he picked up that knock. But a good goal from Rawlings, and Swallow super from the centre bounce to run into the forward 50.
Well, this will be a massive loss. Oh, just got head-butted Mzungu. His own friendly fire then, and Brady Rawlings, that was a bit lucky, just nearly lobbed onto his boot in the square.
It was a nice fumble from Rawlings.
So Silvani's off at the moment and being tended to by trainers. Grimer shoots a handball wide. Thomas sidesteps inside the corridor. Harvey, slick. In fact, too slick. It was a throw. Umpire was right there. And he plays on quickly, but he made it impossible for Mzungu, who's tackled hard and decisively. If you go to try the clever handball, at least put it in his breadbasket.
Yeah, just a poor skill error here. And here we can see here. Well picked up by the umpire there. That was a magnificent throw, that.
Zeeble tried to get a kick away, still under him. Caught by Mundy and Pavlich. Sandlands on hands and knees. It's a long way downhill. Johnson, turnover. Zeeble, Hill, flying through. Campbell shoots it wide. Wells caught by the leg. He can play on to advantage if he wants to.
Well, he should have played on there, shouldn't he? That was one where he should have taken the advantage.
I don't think he knew. He didn't know that Crowley fell to the ground behind him.
Harvey's going to have to go for this, and it was never his ball, but he made it his.
Stephen Hill. If that was Stephen Hill on the mark, boys, I might be, hopefully I'm not wrong there.
It's actually Pitt on the mark.
There's a Pitt. Well, that isn't good enough. You've got to be better than that in a one-on-one marking contest. And I know he's a great player, this bloke, but he's giving away height and probably body strength anyway.
Zeeble in the hands of trainers. Harvey goes for the clever pass. Misses that option. A tie-up. Good intensity early in this game. Plenty of players off with injuries early because of the intensity.
Yeah, Jack Zeeble was coughing up blood there, so just he had it hit around the ribs, or you can see Silvani there still looking a bit dazed, and a big fat lip to go with it as well. Tough start to the game.
And Johnson, who kicked the goal, also off the Fremantle early. Pavlich off the deck. Tries to get it outside 50. Thompson wrapped up. Palmer had him. Mundy goes in low. Swallow. Caught. Not caught high, according to the umpire. Pavlich again tries to get it outside 50. Again unsuccessful. Swallow shoots a handball through. Pedersen in the tie-up. 15 players around this ball. Had a touch but not a possession. It bounces straight past Mullet, the first gamer. Ferrito couldn't get it away. Another tie-up. Umpire lets it go a long time. Ball up.
Just on one of the matchups, guys, we know how important Pavlich is, but Siebel's been a very good... We can have a look at him here. So you can see him with Pavlich now. He's his stoppage opponent here, and he's landed on his arm underneath his ribs there. So, as I say, he was coughing up blood.
Mzungu, Hill, Mundy. This movement looks good. Bouncing ball made it tough for Hinkley, made it almost impossible for him. Harvey goes backward to go forward. Clever. Ferrito. Out wide, Adams. A late inclusion with Cunnington out. Adams makes the most of his opportunity to Pedersen. He's got Swallow. 60 from goal. Swallow's got Campbell short. Hits him, but he's wide. Plays on quickly. Edwards, sharpshooter. Might as well give it to him.
There's enormous pressure through the midfield, but there's a little bit of Russian roulette going on too. It's Mundy. We saw Mundy breaking from the stoppages, and then all of a sudden turnover. Bad kick from Mundy, and then we saw Swallow going the other way. So it'll be really interesting, that midfield battle.
Having an outstanding season in front of goal, Aaron Edwards. 29 goals, 5. Accuracy rate, one of the best of all time. And on cue, he sprays it. It won't be a score. Petrie almost a mark. Off hands. Comes down to Broughton, who saves the day. A couple of North Melbourne players were lurking. Harvey here couldn't collect it. Rawlings back again. Tries the centre and kick, but he hit the wrong side of the ball.
Well, there's got to be a free player out here for Fremantle, because you just saw Hill, Harvey and Rawlings all in the same area together. Yeah, looks like Zeeble might have hurt himself there. Mzungu's been involved in a couple of those clashes early.
Heads wide, Sandel and Goldstein. There's that battle again. Harvey steals it. Not 15. Edwards back to Harvey. He's got the licence to go for it. And he nails it on cue.
See, it's an interesting battle going on between Hill and Harvey at the moment, because, I mean, Hill's not normally, you see here, it's not a great kick out, but Sandlin's good contest from Goldstein. You see the two of them there, too easy. Too easy. Yeah, sure, he's going a bit silly here in the box, but you're right, sure. Too easy, just far too easy, just getting pushed off. He's got to be a lot stronger than that if he's going to play on Brent Harvey, no question about that.
Brad Scott has implemented the Brent Harvey rule at the Kangaroos, and that is Brent Harvey's close enough to kick a goal. Don't expect the handball, just expected to kick it. Zeebel's back on, that's good news. And on for the ball up. Touch play on was the call. Bastanak tried to hack it out of the middle. It didn't work for them. Pitt got the handball from Sandlands. Wide to Mundy. Takes off on Ferrito. Hinkley pops it. Barlow, 50 from goal. Top of the square. Main from behind. Couldn't take the mark. Ball eludes Clark. Just buffeted off it. Thompson. Harper tried to slip a handball through traffic. Palmer does. Mzungu had a big influence. Goes to the Pav. Not a bad option going for your captain, but he could have gone for goal. Thomas. Rawlings. Kangaroos spread and move. Bastanak. And here is the first gamer. Aaron Mullet. First kick coming up. And it's a splendid kick. Edwards takes the mark.
Great kick. Non-preferred, I would think.
Thinks about the pass to the pocket. Goes for it. Just over the head of Pedersen.
It looks like a nice kick on the left. Beautiful. Nice delivery. Just stand in front of us. 2 Zeebles come back off the ground as well. He doesn't look too flash at the moment.
No, I think he's just checking out his breathing at the moment.
Sandlin's a palm down. Jibaho was hammered. Play on advantage. Mzungu. Hinkley. And now McPhee also back into the lineup this week. Good to have him back. Takes some time. Wants to spend it wisely. Sandlands pops it up. Main should get there. Plenty of time to spare.
See, that's a beautiful kick from the big fella there, didn't it? I mean, Main sort of lost him down there, Shorey, but really nice kick out in front.
There's a bit of downhill skiing in the midfield at the moment. Players just running forward, no defence. It's come through the centre corridor about 3 or 4 times, rebounding from both defences, and there has not been a lot of pressure at all.
His best game for goals this year was earlier this year against North Melbourne. Kicked 3 goals that afternoon. Chris Main starting forward again. Never in doubt. Scores a level.
It's a really good point, Shorey, made about the midfield. There's a lot of pressure around the stoppages, but once the stoppages dissipate, you can see here McPhee's by himself, Sandlin's by himself here. Really nice kick. I mentioned before, beautiful kick, beautiful vision, but certainly a lot of time and space for both midfield groups. As soon as they win the ball and spread, there's not a lot of defensive pressure or defensive transition from the other team at the moment.
Main to the bench. Let's go to the bench ourselves. Liam Pickering.
Yeah, well, both teams are obviously a soldier down at the moment, with Silvani copping a heavy knock. He's off the ground, hasn't come back on. Ziebell's been off, on, and now off again, so he's obviously not all that flash at the moment either.
The ball up that favours Sandlands. He smacks it forward. Quick in off the square was Mullet. Handball didn't work though. Mundy bangs it forward. Good spot. Johnson off the bench on the lead. Takes the mark and can line up for his second.
Yeah, he's been really important, Mundy. He's starting to get hold of the ball, and even though, I mean, that wasn't a great kick, but it went to the forward's advantage. His possessions have been really polished and really nice at this stage of the game.
To grab the lead back. Can't sneak it in.
Hit the post, I think, Dwayne.
Yep.
Gee, you've got to look at Lockie Hansen twice now. Johnson's got him on the lead, and it's been by 3 to 5 metres. You've got to be better than that. Got to be more desperate, or even go to the front and make him kick over the top of your head. He's going to have to look at how he's positioned himself.
McMahon. Petrie flies. Knocked out of the contest. Mzungu. Handball smothered by Wells. Ball back and alive. Adams. He pumps that. Thomas under it. Grover, the 200 gamer, thumps it down. Thomas comes up with it regardless. Fortuitously goes long. Pedersen can get there on the bounce. Run in, open goal. This is a splendid game. North Melbourne back in front.
Yeah, that was great ball movement from defence. Normally the trend now is with these forward presses to kick that long ball out of your kick-ins and get numbers at the foot. And we see that here. Long ball wide. Good contest here. You can see the North Melbourne, the Kangaroos numbers. Good smother by Wells. Another long ball that normally comes in here. Really good effort, good contest. Grover balls it down. Nice pick up. And Pedersen, I think, has run from defence. So really good running.
Real issue for both defences, really, because the pressure isn't good in the midfield. You know, North have been inside 7 times for their 3 goals, all from ground level ball. The other thing, Fremantle been in 4 times for 2 goals from marking, so something's going to give very quickly in the midfield if it doesn't tighten up.
Goldstein with Clark against him this time, trying to get a handball through traffic. Ballantyne had it but spent it too early. Back again to Pitt. Swallow attacked it on the half volley and got the reward. Didn't wait for the bounce. Now to Adams. 52 from goal. He settles. Lindsay Thomas short. Wider than that instead. Pedersen.
You mentioned it, Turi. You're absolutely spot on. There's no support for the defence at the moment whatsoever because the midfields are all running forward of the ball. As soon as the ball's turned over, we can see every time the ball's gone forward for either team, there's been hardly any midfielders down there to support their defenders and get into space, and just an easy lead, an easy mark.
15 goals, 5 this year. Cameron Pedersen has played at both ends. Normally accurate when he gets his chance. Magnificent to watch. That was a work of art.
I think the last goal he seemed to run from the zone, more running off Main. Now it looks like he's deep forward, so he's certainly one of the good things here. Turnover here we can see, just a poor kick. Pavlich behind his man, which you can't blame him, I guess, because they were going forward. And then down the other end of the ground, nice kick from Adams. But I'll tell you, if they're going to get service like that all night, both ends of the ground, it's going to be a high-scoring game. No question about that.
You're talking about forward pressure, the zoning in the forward. It's not happening here today. It's coming from the back lines of both sides. That was a turnover then. But, yeah, this is totally against how the top players in the top sides in the competition play.
Straight down to Swallow. Off some hands. Petrie shrugs a tackle. Lindsay Thomas has got the runner. Bastanak hooks it back. How's the bounce? Knocked back into a dangerous zone. Pavlich couldn't make something of it. Diving in, Pitt. Does well until he has to throw it away. Still in dispute. 15 players around the ball. Mzungu, the Pitt, tries to hack it clear. It'll be coming back. McMahon pushed on the kick. Pocket. Mzungu gets it back again.
Yeah, well done by Ballantyne. Made some real ground up there. And here we go again. We go the other way.
5 to Mundy.
Big miss.
Harvey, can he make him pay? Mundy tracks him down. Ferrito is the outlet. And he pumps it long. Over Petrie's head, though. Grover read the bounce nicely. Mzungu again. Gets a kick away just in time. Fife plays for the free. Not there. Mullet plays for the ball. Gets it the first gamer. Ferrito, he did duck. Didn't win a high. Out of play. Liam Pickering.
Not sure if you saw the last centre bounce, if you noticed it, boys, but on the wing, and you can see at the bottom of the screen there, Brent Harvey on Zach Clark on the wing.
On the ball in. Adams from 48. Welcome back. Great late inclusion.
Well, if I'm a coach of the Fremantle Dockers, I'm thinking how someone can get from a contested ball here just outside 50, be forward of the play. Maybe they were zoning off too far, and that was Zach then too, Zach Clark. But you cannot kick a goal that easily in that area of the ground. I think Mark Harvey might have a few questions going around the coach's box at the moment.
Well, Adams had a chance to fumble that ball. That was that lack of pressure. Sure, you mentioned that the Freo coach's box wouldn't be happy. Adams had a chance to fumble it and get it, weave his way through traffic and kick a goal from about 35 metres out.
3 goals in a row for North Melbourne. Mundy. Been good first up. Hinkley the target. Off hands. Ballantyne. He's tried to steal and run. Mullet goes for the line. Been pretty good the first game. Aaron Mullet gets a little push for his trouble. Comes from good footy stock, though. His older brother been a superstar for Vermont. 4-time premiership player, a captain. Dual best and fairest. Mundy. Keeps it low inside 50. Poor disposal. Barlow might make something of it regardless. Mzungu, important kick, and he passed it. Fife on the line.
This is a free-for-all, Roosie.
You made the point before, Sherry, which is really relevant. This is not the way the best teams in the competition play. And North, I've seen a bit this year. They've been really hard, and their defensive stuff's been terrific. Fumble there. Lockie Hanson's had a shocking start to this game. And then I don't know how someone can bob up 3 metres out completely by himself. That is extraordinary. So not great defensive stuff from either team at the moment.
Matt Fife. Zeeble comes back on.
He's gone forward, though, Dwayne, so he's not gone straight into the middle where he's been very good in recent weeks.
David Mundy must think, gee, if I can have 12 weeks off every time, he's come back fresh like a good 2-year-old horse.
Bastanak to Wells, keeps it low. Petrie dives. No mark, no free. Johnson, Edwards, both get there at the same time.
Well, I think a player like Mundy, sure. I mean, we talked about before the game. He's a smart player. You've got to make him work. If he's going to come back for his first game after an 8 or 9 week layoff, you've got to make him work defensively. At the moment, he's running around by himself pretty much.
Yeah, first game since round 12. Crowley in a spot of bother. Clark knocks it free. Hill bounces it to Ballantyne. There's some boos.
Well, they don't like Ballantyne. He's just one of those. He's another Stephen Milne from Fremantle, I think.
The villains of history are often remembered a lot longer than the heroes. He won't mind being booed. Hill for the midfield.
I think he wears it as a badge of honour.
That's right. All villains do.
Hill's now off Harvey. I think Mazungo's got Harvey now. Now it looks like Rawlings versus Hill. So he's probably just a little bit too loose on Harvey Hill. I like that matchup, but I would have liked him being a really hard tag. Now you've got Rawlings Hill.
Well, they've kicked 2 goals on him. If you look at it, you've gone Rawlings and also Harvey have both got early goals. So that's sort of, in the end, I guess you're forced to make a decision. One-on-one.
Pavlich a little unlucky not to get a free there. Grover is back to Barlow. They'll still get the inside 50. Knocked back out. Fife. He was jumped on. No free to him either. McMahon, gang tackled. It's hot in the kitchen right now. We'll get a ball up.
It's hot in the kitchen, but I tell you what, there's plenty of space in the other rooms, though, Dwayne. I'll tell you.
You can get some space out by the pool, that's for sure.
About 25 players around this ball up, just to emphasise your point. Barlow couldn't shovel it through the traffic. Fife does. So here's the space. McPhee in the space. Handsome with him. Mayne knocks it out. Adams. And more space for him to move. Half forward. Lindsay Thomas. He wants Edwards. Fantastic pass.
Once again, Shorey, they don't want to harp on it, but there's no Freo midfielders down back. They're not leaving the contest at all. They're either going there offensively but not defensively.
He winds up to the top of the square and it bounces through. No way.
Well, there is a total lack of numbers back in the contest as we're talking about. It's so hard not to harp on it because it is happening and it's standing out like anything. Just have a look here when they do finish up with Aaron Evans. He marks the ball, goes back and kicks a goal. You should have at least one player free who's going to be the third man up. Look what happens here. One-on-ones, over the top, bounces through. That player didn't get back deep enough. And Barlow went down too easy.
Straight back. Straight back here.
17 points the margin. Mark Harvey knows final chances are on the line. With both these teams, poor ball up, not recalled. In Sandlands, it wasn't even a competition between the two ruckmen. Ferrito dragged down, kick half smothered, Hill. Hit to Fife, who can get up and pluck it. Plays on quickly. He got a little too excited there. Now he has to mop up his mess. Good job of it. Back to Clark and he wins. No, he loses.
He's stiff there, isn't he?
Got pinned for scooping. McMahon. Edwards. Grover. Adams. Gee, just dragged him by the leg. Too strong. Anthony Grover gives it to him.
Poor, I thought the umpire was going to call 50 metres because that went back to Grover from Mazungu then, Dwayne.
Heads wide. Edwards again on the fly. Can't mark. Ball in.
Which is a really good chance as we see Fife mark it here. The game's such an up-tempo game. It's just a really good chance for Fife there to hold it up, go back, find a forward. When you're 3 goals down, you don't need to be going a million miles an hour.
Or Mundy caught high.
Gee, this is a comeback, isn't it?
What's he up to?
8 now.
Sandlin's the target. Petrie in front. Sandlin's the flick down. That was superb. Mazungu. Crowley didn't really need to give it to Ballantyne. He's good enough to get out of a bind. Palmer can't track it. Ball in. 23 minutes gone. 17-point lead. North Melbourne.
Just wonder whether you throw Matty Pavlich onto the ball for, because it's such a loose game, he might be able to kick his goal in the midfield where North Melbourne are dominating.
Yeah, Clark, third man up. Ibbotson tried the toe away. Fife. Ibbotson. Crowley. Out of play.
He's generally the one, if he does get through the midfield, Pavlich, he can find time and space.
Silvani's still off. He's getting some treatment. Hinkley straight up in the air, not 15 as you heard. Crowley gives it up. Clark nicely. Sandlands on that big size 16. Didn't get enough shoe on it.
Oh, they played on too. Well, covered up with it.
He did. Gives it to Mullen. poke pass, hoping for Edwards. Grover used his body. Harper gets there. Little fumble. Caught. Just missed the handball target. Oh, caught high mullet. Stunned mullet. He is down.
Shit. Tell you what, Clayton Hinkley, that will be looked at. That is the one thing the AFL's trying to get out of the air, no doubt.
Yeah, he came in a million miles an hour. And once again, though, really open forward line for the Kangaroos. No one getting back. Spread. Kangas look to be going over the ground a lot better than Freo at the moment. They're getting out in the open. They're really running. They're spreading. And Freo haven't been able to stop them yet.
Told the umpire he was fine to have the shot. It's plenty on it. It's long. It's punched through for a behind. Here it is again.
In replay, I thought he tried to maybe just pull up at the end on it.
It's probably a free, and that's it, isn't it?
Yep.
Clark caught, dragged down by Adams.
I reckon it looked a hell of a lot worse than it actually was.
Yeah, well, in normal action it did, yes.
Okay, there's another look at it from a different angle. We have been told he has been reported for it. But as we said, it looked even worse when we all watched it live. On replay, not so bad. Mad scramble for this ball. Umpire wants them to knock it out. Pedersen shrugs a tackle, slips a handball up. Greenwood, tackled by Palmer, wrapped him up nicely, ball up.
The only thing I'd say about Hinkley, though, you got a chance to stop. You can't give away silly free kicks like that. It could have been a goal. So even if he gets off it, you just can't be giving away silly free kicks.
Farland did some ruck work. Palmer, slick hands. Pitt had a good first term. First game back into the team. That kick not so good. Scott Thompson made it his. Swallow. 31 possessions for North Melbourne last time these two teams met. Andrew Swallow, so they know they'll have to try and stop him. Grimer to Petrie. McMahon. Lead from Aaron Edwards. Tough ball to be grabbing. North fans wanted an arm slap free. Didn't get it. Broughton, dangerous kick. Cut off. Adams. Pedersen's on the move. In his direction. Bounce to him. Takes on McFarlane. Caught him just in time. Mundy, Harvey. Harvey played for the free. He looked at the umpire pleadingly and almost stopped. Stopped pursuing the ball. The crowd boo. Ibbotson kicks. McFarlane caught. Got a kick away just in time as he was slung. Clark hands it up. Fife, nice hands. Hinkley, it opens up now for the Dockers. Short to half forward, Pavlich. Inside 3 minutes, the boos still come.
It was strange by Harvey, wasn't he? Actually looked like he was having a conversation with the umpire.
Well, like most of us, we thought the free was there, but you've got to play to the whistle.
2-on-1 here.
Knocked away from McPhee. Main burrowed his head down. Thompson caught. Mullet again. McMahon. Grimer. They get out of trouble. Greenwood. Cut off. Campbell tries to make something of it. The boundary was there for him. Here's Harvey again, and the free that he thought was his.
Didn't come, did it?
Valentine. Wells knocked it away from him. Been a fantastic first turn to watch. Wells takes off. The seas part for him. Campbell at half forward, the danger man from last week. Tried to be a bit too clever. Pitt was wise to him. Campbell, Pitt, Broughton. He dives in to make it a 2-on-2. Lindsay Thomas, a little overzealous, but he ties it up. And ball.
Young Pitt.
Jaden Pitt back into the team this week. It's just game 7. And he played that pretty well until the umpire blew his whistle.
I thought Campbell made a bit of a blue there trying to tap it over his head too. I prefer guys to grab it, you know, try to outsmart himself. And the young fellow was probably a bit stiff there, but yeah, have a look at it again. He probably dragged it underneath him, and once that happens, 2 or 3 guys generally jump on you and
you're gone.
You're gone, yeah.
10 inside 50 tackles to North Melbourne to 0. So
Coming off a 5-goal game last week. Post.
That tells you something, doesn't it, Rosie? If you've got a forward line that are prepared to do what North are doing at the moment, you're going to create plenty of opportunities.
Well, and you can see, Pickers, how easy it's coming out. They're going all the way down the ground. So North defenders have been able to run it out of their defence really, really easily.
Sits up for Sandlands to fly. Goldstein made the contest. Crowley caught, just dropped it. Hanson threw it. Sandlands, handball up. Ricochets to Hill. Dances his way through some traffic. Mzungu. We're inside a minute now to quarter time. Zeeble caught. Wrapped up, still got it. Ball up on the 50.
Just saw Zeeble, his maturity of his body having a couple of pre-seasons to Mzungu. I know Mzungu's an older age player, but he just pushed him off at this level. Just showed his maturity in his body.
Valentine, good hands. Palmer got it out just in time to Clark. McPhee, it sits for him. And was that a push?
Oh, gee,
you bet it was.
Did he play hands in the back or did he play a push?
It was push, but I don't know whether he thought it. He said it was hands in the back.
Two-motion push, I think, Bastanak. Chance for a late North Melbourne score. Hanson just grabbed on the kick. Aaron Edwards comes hard. Ball bounced unkindly for him. Goldstein tried to look away. Handball. Mzungu. Pitt. Sandlands, we're down to 10 seconds. He takes on Swallow and loses. North Melbourne play on from this. They can get a score, but it's held up. Clock continues to run. We're down to 2. Can they get a mark? Half forward. But it's Lindsay Thomas, and unless that's 50, he's too far out to score.
Well, the man who nearly gave 50 away is Silvani, back on the ground. He might be still concussed after that. It was close to 50.
It was a line ball, wasn't it?
Surely the torpedo. He's got the licence. How often does he kick them at training? He doesn't really hit it all that well.
Not very often.
Quarter time, Etihad Stadium, round 22 battle between 9th and 10th on the AFL ladder. Their finals chances on the line tonight. And it's North Melbourne at quarter time by 18. 6-1, 37 to 3-1, 19.